on what we're doing. So certainly the last sort of 10k, 30k onwards, that's when it's going to get tough. But we're in a good place.
All the best for the rest.
Spencer Barton there, feeling and sounding very confident indeed, but there's an awful long way to go. And of course, the deeper into this race we get, the harder it becomes. Look at that for pacing, Shalane. Absolutely bang on the money. They asked for 250s, and in the last 3 kilometre, that's exactly what they've got.
Beautiful execution of the pace, but to be expected. These guys are professionals, and they're setting it up for Elliott.
You're a world-class marathon runner yourself. You've won the New York Marathon. Do you know what it feels like to run, not necessarily 250s, that's a superhuman, but if you were running at, say, 3s or 310s or 320s, does your body inherently know what that feels like?
Well, you train the body and you train the mind. Elliott has been preparing for this moment, well, his whole career, but specifically the last 4 months. There are things he's been doing in training to increase his threshold and to allow him to be a better athlete. I guess, like at the beginning of the season, 4 months out, started doing some gym sessions, which he'd never really done. They spanned about 2.5 hours, 3 times a week. He wasn't doing a lot of mileage yet, so he was getting in the gym to build strength. In fact, they were doing some fun aerobics and step dance mixed with lifting and stretching. In fact, there's a great video if you go to the INEOS website where you can see them all step dancing and having a fun time. He also upped his mileage from about 118 to 130K to 124 to 120 or 140 miles, I should say.
Yeah, so there have been 1 or 2 tweaks in the preparation. We should just go back from the streets here of Vienna, Ed, for a moment and propel ourselves 8,500 kilometres into Kenya, into the Great Rift Valley. I think all 3 of us have had the privilege of going up there. The conditions clearly very, very different there. Let's just let's park that thought for the moment. Another transition about to come up. We're about to hand over to the next team, and this is Team 5. This is the next changeover. They'll take them through from 18 to 23 kilometres, and the captain, Shalane, of this team, Team 5, a man you know very well indeed.
Yes, teammate of mine of the Bowerman Track Club, Matt Centrowitz. Centrowitz is one of the most decorated middle distance runners of our generation, and he's current Olympic 1500 meter champion. He's 29 years old, soon to be 30, and a team captain. He's a great communicator. He loves to talk, for sure. If anyone knows Matt, he's a talker. And there he is, slipping in, blocking Elliott. Matt is a great athlete to run behind. He is so smooth. And as an athlete, you always like to run really nice behind the clean runners that have as little back kick as possible.
They have just run in front of our commentary position, and I kid you not, blink and you miss them. It was an absolute blur, Ed.
They are something else to watch. I love watching Matt Centrowitz run.
Right?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's so effortless. Yep, he just came off of the World Championships. He ran 3:32 in the final. Incredible. We also have Shadrach Kipchirchir from the USA. He was also in Doha. Hillary Bohr from the USA. Noha Kipkemboi of Kenya. Chela Regasa.
Yeah, one of 2 Ethiopians in the team.
And Matt Centrowitz of USA, the captain, right in front of Elliott. Solomon Barega of Ethiopia.
Yeah, the 19-year-old silver medalist in the 5,000 metres in Doha.
And our last one, Moses Koek.
So it's all change. Ed, I'm just wondering, was that perhaps not the smoothest of the transitions we've seen today?
Yeah, I think that was, you saw the way that Matt Centrowitz just had in his mind he was going to shield Elliott right from the very first moment, so he even shifted across with him. That was very cool. They seem to be executing these really well. The thing that to look for is, I think it's Eric Kipton who's got to do 3 of these. He's been asked to basically do a rep session where he does 3 times 5K at 14:30, with a long gap in between. Let's see how good their changes are the 3rd time he has to do it, because there's going to be fatigue.
The athletes will be, the paces will be
are going to be getting fatigued. Yeah. So the first ones you'd hope would be really good, everyone be on their toes. the real skill is going to be to do it when you're tired.
Well, the current captain of this latest team, Matt Centrowitz, has just started his journey. The previous captain, Julian Vanders from Switzerland, who spends a lot of his time up with Eliud in Kenya, he's with Crystal now.
Julian, as captain, tell us about that role and how crucial it is for today.
Yeah, my role as a captain is very important because actually Eliud is supposed just to follow me. So he's not supposed to think about anything, just follow me. And I also have to lead the guys in front of me. So if they are not on the line, I have to tell them, stay on the line, go a bit more in front. And also it's important in the roundabouts because this is a little bit tricky. There is no lane anymore with the laser. So I have to keep the right lane, so in the inside as much as possible so that we don't lose time on the roundabout, yeah.
It's so special to be in this event, but running almost to make Eliud's dreams come true.
Yeah, it's a big honor. I think all of the pacemakers are so happy to be here. It's a privilege, and for us, we are just a small part. I mean, running 5K is nothing compared to 42 kilometer, and I can say it's a big inspiration, and I think he's really showing that there's no limit in his mind. Yeah.